When the popular actor Yu Menglong fell to his death under mysterious circumstances, the truth has remained unknown to this day. More and more images of Yu Menglong being abused have come to light one after another. A fake ear, half naked, both hands tied high above him. No wonder netizens are furious. What no one expected was that just as the Yu Menglong case was escalating to an uncontrollable level online, in Fujian, power base of Xi Jinping and Kai Chi, the authorities were still desperately trying to whitewash it, even putting this incident into a middle school test paper. This sparked widespread questioning from netizens. Now they're brainwashing students too, so it was your descendants who did this. Even stranger, a suspected AI-generated video appeared online. Xi Jinping lightly pats Yu Menglong on the shoulder. What kind of message is this supposed to send? Heaven seems to have given an answer. First, a blood-red sky displayed the bizarre sight of Xi Jinping hanging in the clouds over Hong Kong, and right after that, yin-yang skies appeared in both Beijing and Wuhan. In ancient texts, this is considered an ominous sign of earthquakes or military uprisings. 700,000 people are roaring for the truth. Once the flame of public awakening is lit, it cannot be extinguished. As public anger surges like a great wave, the Yu Menglong case will eventually the day when the full truth comes to light. Don't miss the next drop, subscribe and hit the bell. Abuse images emerge one after another. Yu Menglong fell to his death from a building, yet the authorities still haven't made the truth public. However, the suspicious points around his death are being exposed more and more. As multiple videos suspected to show Yu Menglong being mistreated during his lifetime continue to surface, his movements restricted, being slapped, threatened, and even images suggesting physical abuse, public unease has rapidly intensified, and the tide of questions can no longer be suppressed. After the video of his agent Du Chong slapping him went viral, another clip emerged in which netizens questioned why Yu Menglong's right ear looked strange. Independent media host Lee Muyang revealed on his program News Insight that while Yu Menglong was appearing on the variety show Shine Super Brothers, there was a close-up shot zooming in on the side of his face. Sharp-eyed viewers noticed a distinct black line where his right ear connects to his cheek. His ear might have been a silicone prosthetic that was attached on. No matter how you look at it, that ear seemed off, and it was obviously different from how Yu Menglong's ears had looked in previous on-camera appearances. On top of that, the dark web even leaked a blurry clip allegedly showing Yu Menglong half-naked, with both hands tied up high before he was killed. Although the authenticity of these revelations still needs to be verified, the entire internet is already outraged. Countless netizens feel Yu Menglong suffered terribly and unjustly, he was simply treated too cruelly. People are raging at the perpetrators as utterly inhuman, twisted monsters, and a bunch of garbage. Forced to sign a contract, beat him if he refused. Lee Muyang also said that Yu Menglong was forced to sign contracts, and if he refused, he'd be beaten. Before his death, Yu Menglong had posted that he hated being controlled. Once his contract expired, they forced him to sign a renewal. If he refused, many people would beat him. He also said he was exhausted and wanted to go home, but he couldn't. It wasn't that Yu Menglong didn't want to leave, he simply had no way out. Recently, netizens also shared a chat with a makeup artist who had allegedly helped him cover bruises and injuries. "I'm heartbroken, I really can't take calls. I understand. Have Menglong's family arrived? This filthy world destroyed him. His parents have completely collapsed, it's all darkness, all filth. Menglong's little brother is suffering too much. It's simply unbearable, simply unacceptable." This conversation took place on September 16 and was later deleted. But now, more than 2 months have passed, and people have noticed that this makeup artist has not updated her Weibo since, causing netizens to worry about her safety. She must know something. I just hope she's still okay. Netizens say this makeup artist had previously revealed that while filming, Yu Menglong was often dragged out and beaten, sometimes so badly that he couldn't even get out of bed the next day. Although these accounts can't be fully confirmed, Lee Muyang stated, what we can be sure of is that before falling to his death, Yu Menglong had already been controlled and abused for a long time. The Yu Menglong case appears on an exam paper. Recently, netizens discovered that a Chinese test paper for 8th graders in Fujian contained a question that seemed to allude to this case. It was a multiple-choice question. Recently, a certain man, age 37, died after accidentally falling from a building. Some individuals have been speculating wildly, spreading lies, fabricating and circulating fake videos online, seriously disturbing public order. The public security authorities have filed a case and launched an investigation in order to please choose from A, B, C, and D. Although the question did not mention any names, once it was exposed, many netizens immediately connected it to the widely discussed but heavily censored incident of Yu Menglong's fall to his death. One after another they lashed out, "This description is way too similar. If this isn't about Yu Menglong, who else could it be? Unbelievable." By their usual playbook, they just block the facts, cover up the truth, turn black into white, confuse right and wrong. If that's not enough, they ban a bunch of accounts and arrest a few people. That should do it. But now they're already turning it into an education topic and printing it into student materials. Now the truth is officially being labeled rumor by the CCP. To cover up the truth, they're brainwashing even the kids. Brainwashing has entered the classroom. Using an exam question to set the tone and wash the kids' brains. What kind of shameless move is that? Their brazenness is beyond outrageous. There's no such thing as a lowest bottom line, only a lower one. The more they cover up, the more it screams, "There's no silver buried here at all." Fujian is the home turf of Xi Jinping and Kai Chi. Looks like it really was your descendants who got him killed. After the 37-year-old Yu Menglong's mysterious fall to his death, the Chinese police quickly ruled out any criminal suspicion and arrested multiple so-called rumor mongers, while scrubbing online posts on a large scale and sealing off related discussions. But revelations about the inside story of his death keep emerging among the public. Many believe Yu Menglong was killed because he resisted the powerful elite's unspoken rules in the entertainment industry. There are even rumors that the main culprit is an illegitimate child of a top CCP leader, someone from the red second-generation or third-generation elite circle. That, people say, is why the authorities are going to such extreme lengths to block the truth about Yu Menglong's death. Xi Jinping lightly pats Yu Menglong. Netizens also shared a strange video, suspected to be AI-generated, where Xi Jinping personally checks in on Yu Menglong. In the footage, inside the Kehoe Art Museum, there is a new human-shaped installation piece. The figure is wearing a suit, its body bound with ropes, its head covered by a large fish and a square box, standing silently in the center of the hall. Xi Jinping walks over, pats the figure on the shoulder, and then walks off into the distance. To call this video eerie is an understatement. It's more like a silent accusation, voicelessness, repression, seeing everything but pretending nothing has happened. When truth is absent and information is blocked, people can only search for an outlet through metaphors. A bound figure whose face is hidden, plus a passerby who remains indifferent, even if this is only AI imagination, it instantly resonates. Someone is tied up, and the authorities pretend they don't see it. Are people asking, is this because it was the offspring of powerful leaders who did it? She hanging in the clouds, over a blood-red Hong Kong sky. It's not just AI imagery. Recently, even the sky, the clouds, and strange weather patterns are being loaded with meaning. In a landscape where voices are muted, people can only use visible phenomena to stand in for truths that cannot be spoken. Any seemingly coincidental image can be read as a new signal, because so many people feel that some things can no longer be buried. On the evening of November 10th, a blood-red sunset appeared over Hong Kong's sky. In the clouds, a bizarre human-like shape took form, with a silhouette strikingly similar to Xi Jinping. His head seemed to droop, his body hanging from a rope, shrouded in a suffocating, ominous atmosphere, an eerie figure looming in the sky that sent chills down people's spines. Netizens couldn't help exclaiming, "This is heaven sending a direct summons." Chongzhen hanged himself on Jingshan, and now Xi Jinping is hanging in the clouds over Hong Kong. Others sighed that these heavenly signs are not a coincidence. History is repeating itself. The CCP's tyranny has reached a dead end, and karmic retribution is closing in on the party's last leader. In addition, on the night of November 16th, another strange sky phenomenon appeared in Beijing. One netizen posted a video saying, "Tonight Beijing's sky is incredible. When I looked up, it was as if someone had drawn a straight line across the sky with a ruler. One side was packed with heavy clouds, the other side unusually clear. It looked like the dividing line between day and night, as sharply separated as ink and water. What is this an omen of?" Beijing's sky was sliced cleanly in half into darkness and light, one side pitch black like ink, the other side with clouds floating in white, as if the world of yin and yang had been forcibly torn apart. Coincidentally, on the morning of November 18th, Wuhan also saw the striking yin-yang sky phenomenon, one side bright blue, the other side clean white clouds, with an extremely clear boundary in between. This kind of yin-yang sky is considered one of the most ominous signs recorded in ancient texts. In the theory of heavenly portents, there is the idea of imbalance of yin and yang. When the sky is sharply separated into black and white with a line like a blade, it represents the inversion of yin and yang and the overturning of heaven and earth, regarded by the ancients as a great calamity omen. According to the Old Book of Tang, Treatise on the Five Elements, in Chang'an, one night, the sky split into two halves, one pitch dark and the other bright as day, with rumbling thunder in the crack. 1 month later, An Lushan raised troops in Fanyang, the An Shi rebellion broke out, and the Tang dynasty plunged from prosperity into decline. In the Book of Han, Treatise on the Five Elements, it records that over Chang'an there was a day and night where half of the sky was dark and half bright, with sun and moon appearing together in a scene exactly like a yin-yang sky. 3 months later, the Qin dynasty was destroyed, and Qin Ershi was forced to his death by Zhao Gao. Beyond heralding military upheaval, another interpretation says that a yin-yang sky is one form of earthquake cloud. The Book of Han, Treatise on the Five Elements notes, at that time over Chang'an, black and white divided the sky, the boundary as thin as a line, and people were terrified. Just 3 months later, a massive earthquake struck Longxi, mountains collapsed and land split open, killing countless people. 700,000 people demanding the truth. Heaven, people say, is sending warnings, and the human world is speaking for Yu Menglong as well. On the international petition platform AVAAZ, a global signature campaign seeking justice for Yu Menglong has, as of November 25 Beijing time, surpassed 700,000 signatures and is rapidly approaching 1 million. The petition calls on international human rights organizations to step in, not only to demand a transparent investigation into the truth, but also to fight for the most basic personal and workplace safety for Chinese entertainers. This wave of anger is collectively asking, what exactly did Yu Menglong go through? Fans and netizens are no longer accepting vague explanations. The demand that the full truth must be revealed has erupted on all fronts. British media Ms. Tay Williams had previously mentioned that Chinese society's contradictions are like a volcano, and public resentment like molten lava. Once the fire of awakening is lit, it cannot be extinguished. In the future, she said, there will appear a righteous political figure who is born for the people, a brave, fearless person who bears moral responsibility on iron shoulders and becomes a banner of justice and reform. When that moment comes, the long-buried Yu Menglong case will also rise again with the surging waves, see daylight once more, and finally its long-overdue truth and reckoning.